Hello, friend. It is Dave. We're in the middle of February 2025, and I'm going to talk today about something I don't talk about a lot of, and that is rents. Now, rents have been coming down since October after going up for years. Really, since 2021, rents have been on a rampage in Canada as we've had a lack of supply, we've had increased demand, and rents have just been going through the roof. However, that stopped in October, and now we're actually seeing year over year rents are down, especially, and maybe most interestingly, in the major cities. So in Toronto, rents are down about 7.6% for apartments, and Calgary and Vancouver, they're down about 6%. That's really interesting because outside of some of these major cities, we're actually not seeing that situation. And for example, in Alberta as a whole, we're actually seeing rents up about 3%, and in Edmonton, they're up about 3 to 4%, whereas in Calgary, the biggest city, we're down about 6%. So why is that? There's a couple of reasons for that, and one is that we've just built more rental apartments, which is fantastic. We needed more. We built more, supply and demand has dictated this, and now rents are coming back down. We maybe have overbuilt a little bit, though it's good to anticipate demand. And so right now, rents are coming down, especially in these apartments. The second reason that it's not so great from a rental perspective, it depends on your feelings as an economy as a whole, but people are less likely to come here from foreign countries now, and they're also being pushed out because they're under immigration rules. So these people are the people who really like to rent, especially on sort of, I'd say, the more cheaper stuff. They're no longer here. And so there's less demand from them that is causing rents to go down. Now the question in all this is, if you're looking at overall real estate prices, do you care? And I always like to say in that pyramid of real estate prices and sales, rents really form the bottom factor there. As rents go up, first-time home or people who become first-time home buyers are more likely to go out and purchase. If their rents going up, that really does make people go, well, should I be paying someone else's mortgage or should I go pay for my own? However, if the rents are going down, they're less likely to do this. Of course, the second factor is investors. Investors are less likely to purchase, and I can argue this is a bad idea. You should do the opposite of what people are doing, but obviously when rents are coming down, investors are less likely to look at purchasing. Again, I would argue if you're an investor, you should be looking long term, and that's the wrong philosophy to take, because you get a better deal in the market, and it shapes things around as rents go up down the road. However, to each their own. Now, let's dive into the rents a little bit, because there's another interesting factor in all of this, is that I've been talking about rents going down, but there is still segments of the market where rents are going up, including in Calgary, and that is for 3 bedrooms and up. And this is a really good highlighting of situations that we are seeing demand increase for these sort of more family-style homes, like these 3 bedrooms and up. Even apartments that are 3 bedrooms, people still have more demand for because they can put more people in them. People obviously can share with roommates, but it's really the families that are driving the rents back up. Also, supply is less. It's harder to build, more expensive to build these 3, 4, 5 bedrooms homes, and so we have less of them. So the rental imbalance that I was talking about earlier with supply and demand is not occurring. So if you're an investor these days, I think really look at these bigger units, because this is really hard for purpose-built rental companies to build. They're very easy for them to build, these big apartment buildings that are 1 and 2 bedrooms. Less so for them to actually build sort of bigger townhomes, houses, even apartments with 3 to 4 bedrooms. And this is where there's really a good demand on the market these days. So if you're an investor looking there, that's a pretty safe part of the market. I still think I think a perfect situation would be buying a legal suite where you have the 3 to 4 bedrooms upstairs, and then you have the basement suite. The basement suite may suffer a little bit in the short term, but the upstairs will balance it out. And I think in the long term, basement suites will come back. But I think this is a really good spot in the market these days. So if you have any questions on this one, feel free to reach out. Like I said, rents are not something that are very exciting, but they are very, very important. And I think as we go forward here, as Trump's tariffs kind of come in more and more, we are going to see rents go down more for probably the next year at least. And then as the supply that is being built now sort of dries up, we'll actually see prices go up probably in a year or two. Any questions? As always, feel free to reach out. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.